Hello, this is Bob Davies with the date concept for June 11th. Since this concept has such a visual to it, I decided to do a webinar rather than a video. So this is all about systems thinking. When you look at this, you see chaos, you see confusion. Well, let's see how you do. I'm going to give you a task within this confusion, within these multiple competing priorities. So your task, in 15 seconds, I'm going to ask you to hunt and peck and find the numbers consecutively, as many as you can, starting with the number 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, and you can't split up a number. That can't be 1 and then 6. So find them individually, 15 seconds, and start. Find your numbers, 1, then 2, then 3, all the way up as high as you can. 10 seconds. 14, 15, stop. Okay, how did you do? Now, when I do this live, I usually give about 20 seconds, and I find a low end might be somebody at 3. I'm looking for the extremes, looking for the low and the high. And the high end might be 8. So we found our two extremes, 3 and 8. Now what we want to see is, does using a system affect the performances of the bottom producer, and does using a system affect the performances of the top producer? So let's create a system. Here's how we're going to do it. And you can do this at home as well, just by putting the video on pause and taking a screenshot of this. And you can use this with other people in your office. But anyway, let's divide. Draw a line, a straight line vertically, dividing the page in half, so that you have to the left side 47, to the right side 72. So that's one element of the system. Now let's draw a horizontal line and divide the page in half again. So you have 61 to the left, 26 to the right, to the bottom right 72, to the bottom left 47. Now this time, here's your system. You're going to look for the first number in quadrant 1. When you find 1, don't do this now. You go over to quadrant 2, you find number 2, then down to 3, you find the next higher number, which would be 3, and over to quadrant 4 for 4, back up to quadrant 1, then over to 2, over to 3, over to 4. Again, don't do it yet. Let me get the clock set. 15 seconds following that system. Let's see how you do, and go. Ten seconds. 13, 14, and stop. And stop. So how did you do? And so when I ask this in a live group, I'll go to that person who had 3. And the question is, does using a system help the bottom producer? Well, let's see. They go to section 1, they look for 1, then they go over to section 2 for 2, come down to bottom for 3, go over to section 4 for 4. Now their system directs them how to perform. They go up to bottom top left for 1, for the next one, which is 5, over to the right for 6. And I'm telling you that every single time, that bottom producer who had 3 now has 7 or 8. Then I go to the top producer who maybe had 8. Does using a system impact the top producer? And that person now has 15 or 20 or more. Using a system affects in a positive way the performances of all people. But here's a question for you. What was different? The marketplace wasn't different. The numbers are the same numbers that they've always been. The outside influences weren't what's different. What was different was you. You were what's different. Your observation was what was different. How you interpreted this, how you perceived this, how you interacted with what is what's different. And having a system allowed you to tap into the best version of yourself. So where else can you use a system? Where else can you have a system in your life? How about every day? Every day in your life with our system. Our program is a system. And what is our system? Our system is, you wake up, you read a page of the day book, you do 5 to 10 minutes of meditation, you precisely plan at the beginning of the week, you have accountability embraced, you're in a personal development and growth commitment, and if you're in maintenance, you're exercising, you're automatizing your habits. That's our system. You're eating a food plan, and your life will be better in every area of your life by using a system. So for your meditation today, your purpose is to choose happiness, and you do. No matter what circumstances, you always give yourself permission to buy and use the good things in life. The things you say for a special day, today is that special day. Gratitude brings you into harmonious relationship with the good that surrounds and enfolds you and everyone. Make this a particularly special day. Have a great day.